Hello, my name is Rose. I'm from South Korea and I'm 17.
For this interview, I got to introduce myself. My name is Vasily and I'm 17 years old and I live in Russia, more specifically in Moscow, but I study in Paris in international high school.
My name is Eliza. I'm 18 years old and I'm from Singapore, but I live in France.
Currently in Korea, we are not quarantined. The country's not on lockdown. It's much better than before. We don't have many cases every day, less than 50 every day for a few weeks now. But you do have to self-quarantine if you've recently traveled or entered, if you're entering Korea. So when I came back from France, I had to self-quarantine for 2 weeks, and before you can go through the customs at the airport in Korea, they tell you to download an application where you can keep track of your symptoms every single day, and for 2 weeks, and you have to submit it for 2 weeks straight. And if you don't submit it for one day, they will contact you to tell you to do so.
I'm currently in Moscow and we already have the quarantine for several weeks. Last week, our government announced that we are going to have pass quarantine. It means basically you've got to have a special paper to go out from house where you've got to state for what reason you're going out, groceries or garbage or whatever, it doesn't really matter. And quarantine going to last till 31st April, but it might be extended, so I'm not sure when it's gonna end.
There is no, well, I guess it's not called quarantine, but we have confinement, and it's been happening for almost 30 days, and it's still gonna happen until 11th of May for now.
I'm not engaged in any sports because I'm a very lazy person and I'm not an outdoors person. I like to stay indoors.
So sure, I do some workout every day, but it's not really sport, but anyway, quarantine kills the opportunities to go out, to take part in any sports activity besides e-sport basically, but we're not taking this in consideration.
I personally am not engaged in any sport particularly at the moment, but I do try to get in some workout every 2 days, cardio and exercise to tone my body, and just so that I don't feel lazy.
As for my homework, I don't see any difference from being here and then being in school back in France, because even when we were back in school in France, we used to do all our homework online in Google Classroom and on ManageBack, so everything was there for us, and it's the same right now. So I feel like there's no difference. So I'm just using Google Classroom and my textbooks online and ManageBack to do them. And I do not engage in other intellectual activities.
So actually, at the beginning, I struggled a lot with time management and pushing myself to do the actual work, because usually at school I go to sleep at 23 o'clock, but here I do it at 1 a.m. so I wake up later, and that messed up calendar a lot, as well as it's harder to work if you feel so much free. I do my homework with the teachers and through Skype or Google Meets, so yeah, basically that's what I do. And yes, I do some other activities, I'm trying to code in free time or learn some card tricks.
For school, we have online school now, so teachers will post assignments and give deadlines, and then I would have to do them. And I like to make a schedule every single day of what I want to do and what I have to do and by when I want to finish it, so that I don't miss any deadlines, because it is easy to lose track of your homework and assignments when you're doing online school.
As for the food, since I came to Korea, I think I've been eating much more and more frequently. I wouldn't say healthy all the time, but I've been eating better than when I was back in France, because in France I would usually skip dinner because I didn't like the canteen food.
Yes, I'm trying to eat 3 times a day: proteins, carbon fibers, vitamins, and etc. But sometimes you've got to follow the family wheel and eat what everyone eats. That's basically what I do.
I try to eat healthy. My mom cooks most of my meals, so she I trust that she knows what to put in what we're eating, all the good stuff. We eat lots of vegetables and lots of fruits, especially now during this period where we need to be as healthy as we can. I also take vitamins every day, drink a lot of water. I think it's important to keep your immune system strong during this period of time, because it is easy to catch something. So I don't particularly follow a nutrition guide, but I feel healthy and I'm always full of energy every day, kind of. So I think that I'm eating the right food. I do have cheat days sometimes, but that's always okay.
The quarantine has affected my social life really a lot, because I don't get to see my friends anymore. It's really hard to see anyone actually besides my parents, since they're with me in the house. But I've been keeping up with my friends online and calling them, video calling them, chatting, texting every day. Not every day, but usually almost every day. So I don't think it's not much of a big deal for me, because I can still talk to them and call them. It's just that we can't be together and go to places.
I think this year I was definitely not going out to parties and hanging out outside a lot. Most of my social life was just in school, and now that I don't go to school and I don't see my friends, I don't see my classmates, it is definitely very different. I don't know, I feel sometimes it's hard because you feel very lonely. But I think it's also the best time to bond with your family members, and yeah, I've been doing that a lot, which is good, because I never really did that throughout the year, because IB.
The quarantine has, one negative thing is that it has made me lazy, because I just don't feel like doing anything since I'm home all day. But one positive thing is that it's helped me be more productive in a way, because since I'm home all day and I'm not doing anything, I do my homework, and I've been keeping track with all my homework. So that's one good thing, I guess.
I think quarantine is very important thing right now, and especially in the current state of the world. So, but I believe you gotta be cautious, but not to be anxious. Panic will only do worse in this situation. To keep yourself in the quarantine and follow the social distancing it's a matter of the respect and responsibility. Even though you can be out of zone of risk, it's still important to not spread it among vulnerable groups of people, like old people or people with some kind of disabilities. And I can honestly say I'm real tired of sitting home, and I kind of miss going out, but still I'm not dying over here, so it's not that bad, to be honest.
I think I think it's a good idea to have a confinement or quarantine. But I mean they're different. Quarantine is more if you already have it, or you have the potential to have it, and you have the 14-day quarantine. But for confinement, I think it will definitely work if people follow the rules and respect respect the rules, I guess, and they follow like everything. Like you don't go out to like for leisure, you don't go out to like meet friends, going out for like necessary things like going to the grocery store and stuff like that. I think it definitely will help. Obviously it's going to take a long time because like not everyone follows it, and it's just really hard to, I don't know, you can't do it in such a short time, so it's definitely going to take a while. I think now is the time where you can start to do things that you never really always wanted to do but you never did. Like for example, I started to cook a lot more. I didn't really have like a lot of interest, well, not interest, but I didn't have like a lot of time to cook before. But now I'm learning like all the different like recipes from my mom that I always wanted to like learn to make, just for like, you know, next time when I'm living with myself. But yeah, or you can like even do painting, can read a book, like you do something that's productive, even if it's just waking up at 9 a.m. to like do a workout. Like do productive stuff, because if not you're gonna lose track of like what you're doing. You're gonna feel like a potato. Like you have to get up and do something, like even like the smallest things, like make your bed in the morning. I think that's something that I've started to do now that I'm in confinement. My bed was never made before that, so yeah. Or like if you are in school still, like take the time to like study and like do your work and stay healthy.
Sport. I can advise you to do this type of activity because sport is a very useful thing in everyday life, and especially during a pandemic. I encourage you to exercise because people in quarantine become even less mobile than in everyday life, which can affect your physical condition and lead to obesity. Participating in sport can make you less depressed. A research team led by Mikhail Babiak, PhD, demonstrated that depressed people who participated in structured sporting activities for 4 months were more likely to report minimal or not depressive symptoms than comparative groups who either took medicine for depression or who used both medicine and exercise. The American College of Sports Medicine advocates exercise as a way to elevate depression in adolescents. If you look at this activity from the other side, it is an incredible opportunity to get in shape for the beach season, for example. Many of us have been saying for years that they don't have time to exercise and get in shape. At the end, we have this wonderful opportunity. And judge, be active. I can recommend the following apps that will help you to improve your fitness without exercise equipment. 30-day workout challenge. Many of the students are forced to change themselves due to the pandemic and do lessons online through Google Classroom or ManageBack or any other resource or an app that your school will provide for you. I think this is a great opportunity for you to start learning about time management. You can use Google Calendar for that. This program will really help you to make the right daily routine and remind you of any plans or any meetings that you have. This program is good because it really visualizes those things that you need to do. Also, this program has a notification system that will notify you about any events or deadlines or meetings that you will have in the future before the actual time. As for free time, do not spend it like that. Each of us had an idea of reading something or learning something, so just do it, spend your time wisely, and it will help you to be a better person in the future.